Part 2 of the midweek preview featuring Canterbury for the 10th of May, and there's 3 full races to get through here. Each of them look particularly, well, a little bit vexing. Race 5 is $1,250 for 3-year-olds, and $2.50 is our favourite Slow Burn, who of course went around odds on a fortnight back. And then we're out to $9 Noir, who also won on that card. $10 Wayanka, $12 Best Guess. So there's 3 Wallers away from the Ledsbridge trained favourite. 15 Relaxed is next best for Beedman. Now, there is a fair amount of speed here. So it's, Slow Burn is, who did lead on debut and then went back the other day. She can try and lead, and it's a possibility she could lead, but I have Best Guess and Uptown Lad as faster horses at this stage. Pound Sterling can get well forward. Noir will be looking for a trail like the other day, despite coming up in distance. How Sweet It Is, Moon Dream and Can Dream I had just on the speed. I guess the question for the race is Slow Burn, and my initial assessment was, well, she was in the best part of the track the other day. She didn't run second. And whilst she got a great chance here, $2.50 just seems no spoil.
Well, I wasn't sure about that because, we're not keen on horses that miss the kick. It's just, it's not a good sign. But I thought, other than that, I clearly have her on top. Did she miss the kick?
Did you pay any attention? I haven't paid any attention.
She was slowly away, yeah. Doesn't she get a little bit more option from barrier 10 too now as well? Yeah,
she'll park or look for a park.
I'm saying that form has been franked, and I'm saying Slow Burn, even though it got to the right part of the ground, going off SP profile, and its run, I still think is the best horse out of that particular race. And you've got some pretty good horses in Siskin and in Times of War there. I'm keen on her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
but you made me sort of question a little bit.
So. Well, I just played a bit of a straight bat, but is there anything else you're concerned about, or it's all about the price about one horse?
Pretty much. I just had a note that I thought Noir was quite stylish late, so didn't. And
Glenn thought so as well.
Didn't beat much, but did it with a fair degree of style.
I'm content to try Best Guess, who was he debuted at Warwick Farm, then he went to Gosford and led all the way, and then he went back to 1,000 at the Wyong meeting, which was supposedly a city meeting, and was posted. He steps back up to 12.50 here, and I think can find the front, and I think he's worth a try. The other one I want to mention is the Moon Dream, who is a filly with a Metro win last preparation. Rachel King rides, and I think she gets a very sweet run. Obviously, the favourite is the horse to get through. And Gord's already mentioned Noir. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Yeah. Race 6, $15.50, low-grade race, mostly 3-year-olds. In fact, I thought it was a 3-year-old race until I got down to Never Back Down, and I went, gee, it's not a 3-year-old race, is it? There are 2 emergencies that have already got a run because Chavo and What's-Her-Face Lady Sansa have gone around today. So the market reads... And what does it read? Where is the favourite? $4.80 Mullover off the Saturday run. $6 Yeah Bravo, $6.50 Kadiro, $6.50 Garban, $8 Shield Wall, $8.50 Sweet Adeline. As usual, there are a number of Waller runners in this race. Notably, the 4-day backer upper Mutarakam, who's out of the market at $34. He's one to press on. The speed is a bit unclear. Yeah Bravo bounced out and led the other day. He may try that again. Never Back Down pushes on from a wide gate with his rider that really only knows one way to ride. Yep. And a good way it is. And Sweet Adeline and El Cid easily holds his inside position here, stepping up in distance. You want to talk about him, Gord?
Which one, sorry, again?
El Cid?
Yeah, I'm giving it a rough hope at odds. 3rd up this prep. Getting up to what I think it is its actual distance, and look, I'm not stamping it with any enthusiasm, but I think in a race that seems quite open to me, I'll probably be looking at something a little bit outside the market, and that's the one that I found outside the market. What about the one that interests me as far as the good form line's concerned? Although 6-start first prep, how do I get my head around that on number 9 Mullover?
Yeah, and she's been up to 2,000. She's come back to a mile. Look, she didn't get much opportunity the other day. I don't know how you get your head around it, but she's clearly got to be one of the factors here, especially with T. Clark riding. And
we see the Pinnacle go up to the Gold Coast.
Yeah, and run second in the bracelet behind Dawn Wall, which certainly looks all right. And of course, Oklahoma Girl and Black on Gold were in the finish there on Saturday.
And one other mention to a horse that I thought trialled nicely in the middle of its prep, and that's number 1 Garban.
Yeah, who's also coming. Well, he's coming back from the 2000 of the Tulloch Stakes. Did a particularly good job on that occasion, and is a horse of some talent. I was not that inclined to Yeah Bravo, who's had a start over 1550 here, and Shield Wall actually beat him home on that occasion. And Shield Wall's been, well, she broke through last week at Kembla, but I mean she's had everything thrown at her. I'm not suggesting there's much cop there. So against Yeah Bravo, looking at Cordero as a potential improver, although Gord made the point that he thought it was a bit scuzzy at Newcastle. And of the others, Sweet Adeline was out of her comfort zone against the mares the other day, and she gets Keren blinkers on and gets a forward position here. She may feature, but it looks an even race.
Was it Fashion Snips that came out and...
It was Fashion Snips that Glenn was talking about yesterday at Kempsey. That's right. And, Frank the Form.
Yes.
Well, Shandana did actually run quite well on Saturday. And my Millie Moo was just in a race at Hawkesbury that I don't know the result of. You may know, Gord. It just ran in that race just before recording there.
No, I didn't watch it.
So that's the penultimate. We come to the Nightcap, 1,250. I've never seen so many horses that want to lead. And the market reads $4.60 the favourite Bratislava, $5 is Military Machine, $7 Love Me Baby, winner at this course and distance last time, great find by you, Gord, $8.50 Coolcraft, $13 is The Bull, Love and Lies, $15 Il Mio Destino, $17 Lead Me Astray. So, I don't have The Bull leading, but he will try and lead. Il Mio Destino would like to lead, Love Me Baby would like to lead, Love and Lies would certainly like to lead. Leading Bratislava and Military Machine just off the speed, probably Lead Me Astray as well. So there I've mentioned 7 particularly fast horses. The other 7 are back out of it, or 7 are back out of it. Tell me about the Bull's trial.
I liked it. I liked the fact that it was really ridden out. Like I say, they were really getting it ready to be fit for this particular race. And I like the fact that the only one that was taking ground off it at the end was Amavatio, who's clearly a high standard horse than anything in this field. Just the map sort of worries me there. So barrier 14, Emilio Destino has Dean Pagna, so you're saying the Bull's probably going to be OSL.
Well, yeah, but it may not matter. You recall Fabrizio resuming in this type of race previously. See, the Bull had a longish spell in between his first and second preparations and resumed on a wet track at Hawkesbury at 1,000 metres. So, I mean, Gay's horses are predictable in so many senses. They don't fail first up, or they rarely fail first up. So it's really not a bad angle to try, despite the fact, despite the presence of all these other leaders. What it perhaps does is really put the acid test on the others.
Yeah.
You know, there's no favours here.
Just with that, I had a bit of an opinion of the Bull. You remember it had that lovely run where it won quite a few races and came second, I think, or something like that. And I'm saying its last 2 runs, last preparation, it was too late in the prep. Yeah, the horse was gone at this stage. So you can ignore those 2 runs and just go off the other stuff. And when you do that, the stats start looking quite nice. And I'm getting a large price about a Gay Waterhouse horse with Adam Hieronymus, which you would have seen ride magnificently on Roguish on Saturday, and comes out of a trial which I think was pretty impressive as well. So I'm happy to take that price, number 1, the Bull.
Anything else you want to tell me about? Of course, you had an interest in the Love Me Baby race where Bratislava ran. Did it run favourite? Roguish was in the race. She won at 25 to 1. She seems a little bit skinny at $7.
Yeah.
But you know, she did win the race, the course and distance. Third up here. Was stepping up from 1,000 on that occasion.
I've got to say, the one struck my interest, and then I had a bunch in the next sort of secondary category, and I couldn't sort them out.
Look, I would suggest that Military Machine still has something to offer. I know he found a lovely race second up there the other day, but he's now third up into this race. I think he positions behind the speed here. He's returned particularly well, and he just seems to me to be the horse that will enjoy this particular scenario. Bratislava, on the other hand, who was forced, he's an honest on-pacer, forced to work outside the lead the other day, goes back into gate 1, which doesn't really look much good, but I mean, obviously he'll be there, he'll be whacking away. Coolcraft is a horse that's got a reasonable Canterbury record, but dead set, he was just in the right place there the other day in a race that I don't think is particularly strong. And as I say, the bias was ruthless on that day against horses on the inside. Nothing else to say. I don't think, you know, that's not a bad case that you paint there in the last.
What odds did you say?
$13.
Yeah.
He's happy. He's happy. All right. So what are we targeting tomorrow?
I started this late because
he had other issues.
I was in front of the Spanish Inquisition all yesterday, but I'm keen on backing quite a few things here. I'm definitely talking myself into race 1. I'm going to have quite a few here because I'm going to be having a go at a few of these horses. Race 1, number 4, Anui, I'm definitely going to be backing. Race 3, number 9, Malahat, I'm definitely going to be backing. Race 5, number 4, price orientated, but quite keen. And race 7, number 1 is the roughie of the day for me.
Oh, the roughie! Lucky Glenn.
Is that $14? Is that in the?
I'll give that one to you, Glenn. Glenn, to Glenn, a roughie has got to have 3 digits.
Yes. Oh.
Right. So I am keenest. I think in race 1, I'll have to take you on an NUI. I'll be backing Free Sky. And that will probably do me for the day. It looks an even day around that. That's the midweek preview for Canterbury. I'll have a staking plan for Canterbury and a comprehensive set available tomorrow. Don't forget, all Mounting Yard Mail is back on Saturday. Dicko will be, I imagine it's at Caulfield. We'll have Mac Bent Rant for the Doomben 10,000, which is on Saturday. And of course, Glenn will be at Scone. And so he won't be doing a Saturday preview, but I might manage to snavel an opinion or two from him while he's on his way up to Scone Cup Day on Friday. So we'll see you on Friday for that gala.
See you guys.